Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you had a good weekend and are having a good start of the week. And today, of course, we're going to be looking at what currently is happening with Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at the possibilities of the price falling to $30,000 and even another possibility of falling below that. So let's go ahead and have a closer look at where we are currently. You can see we've had a massive correction starting all the way back in March of this year and up until today. And the drop seems to have no end in sight currently. If we push through the level here at $32,918, then if we do the same thing that we did here at these previous levels, where we basically went through these supports very easily, then the next support level is here at $30,000, and then soon we can even find ourselves going below that to $29,277, which is this low here. And even if we could keep pushing farther down, then we're looking at going down to $25,000 more or less. Another thing to have a look here is at the 800 EMA line, which currently Bitcoin finds itself under it, and this hasn't happened also in a very long time. When you look at the weekly chart as well, we have the situation where 6 candles in a row are in red, something that hasn't happened since 2014, and our 100 EMA line, the blue line, it's now above us. This hasn't happened since the Corona crash all the way back here, where, as you can see, we had a big drop in the price, then little by little we went back up and we formed a V formation. Base case scenario, if we were to do the same thing here, is that also the same situation repeats, but we do have to pay attention. Today, for example, there's this parade in Russia. If there's an announcement there that is going to add more fire to the whole situation with Russia and Ukraine, that could of course crash the market and maybe bring the price below to $33,000. Also pay attention to see in general what the different news regarding the economy bring. Now also let's have a look at the 4-hour chart, and here you can see I've noted a couple of things. For example, our point of control, which you can see initially gave good support, then we broke through that level at $35,375, came back down to below our 800 EMA line, which I've also that I just mentioned previously, and I also noted that line here. Here it is, the 800 EMA line, and then the price continued to drop, going back down to another point of control, our POC here at around $34,000. And at the beginning, this was holding. However, you can see also that point of control was basically eliminated, and now we find ourselves down here at $33,000 to $33,800, and we are very close to our lowest support, which is we're about 1.1% away from reaching this level. Most likely, though, we will be testing that level sometime soon. Also, here on the daily chart, before I forget, another point I wanted to make is the volume that we have for this drop of about $15,000, give or take, doesn't really match the situation. What I mean is the amount of money that it's going out. Yes, people are selling, as you can see. They're selling in panic and so on, but it's not as much. Even, here you can see an example of that with these big candles. It's not the same amount of volume that you think should be going out or should be coming in, like the ones that we see here in this situation where we had a big drop. And of course down here you can see the amount of volume here matches the movement. That's not what is happening right now. So of course the question here is, well, why? One thing is Bitcoin is a risk asset, and for that reason in this economy, of course, a lot of people are not willing or they don't want to be investing in a risk asset. And so this is why it's so easy to affect the market, like what we've seen recently with Bitcoin. Now let's go and have a look at the 1 hour chart, where also we see a lot of problem, a lot of resistance, and not a good situation for Bitcoin in general. You see here this our 13 EMA line. I mentioned this yesterday in the live stream, and thank you so much for you guys who were there yesterday. I mentioned we have to get over this line and stay above it. Well, you can see here we did go up to it, but got rejected and the price collapsed or went down after that. So this level here, very, very strong resistance at $34,000. That was the idea. Get above that, continue to climb. That didn't happen. We went down to this other level. You can see even that level was broken, and right now most likely we will go down to $32,918. So you can see that for hours and days we have not been able to get over the 13 EMA line. Let's not even talk about the other EMA lines above us, of course. So a lot of trouble currently for Bitcoin. Now let's have a look at Ethereum, where we also see that the price has dropped as well. I've drawn 3 different lines of support over here. The first one being at $2,465. The second one here at $2,300, and the last one at $2,199. So those are the 3 levels to watch out for. Of course, if Bitcoin drops, then Ethereum will go very quickly to level number 2 to retest that as well. So overall for Ethereum, also not a good picture. This level has to hold at the very, very least this level here at $2,159, because again, here is where on the daily chart you see we have this 800 EMA line that's also just coming up in between these 2 support levels. So I hope that at the very least here is where Ethereum bounces from and then recovers. But of course, for that, Bitcoin has to play along. If it doesn't, then it doesn't really make a difference at this point. Now here for Telegram, if you are new to the channel, I also have this group. It's completely free. You can come and join, and this is where I'm always posting relevant information, news, and up-to-date information regarding the crypto markets. So you are more than welcome to stop by. Now here on the 15-minute chart for Ethereum, we see even live we are dropping again, and this is mimicking as well the movements that Bitcoin is drawing. You can see here the same situation for Bitcoin on live here as I'm recording this video. So definitely not a pretty picture. We do have, of course, our EMA, our CME gap, sorry. And this CME gap, I don't know how important this will be for Bitcoin currently, of course, but we haven't had such a big gap, however, in a very, very long time. So that is an aspect to keep in mind. Here you can see for the futures, I had this scenario drawn a while back, and as you can see, unfortunately played out exactly the way I had done it anyway. So again, the levels to watch out for, $33,000 to $30,000. That's the very, very last line of support that has to hold for Bitcoin right now. Now, if we go and have a look at the logarithmical curve here on the 4-hour chart, and we turn on this indicator, put it on the screen so we can have a look, you see that Bitcoin finds itself right now just here, just at the very last line of support as well. You can see, and this matters more, of course, on the daily. We should not have a daily close under this line. In fact, if we go here on the weekly chart, you see that all throughout the market, this logarithmical curve, the very last one, has been a very, very strong support for Bitcoin. And that's usually the bottom for the bear market. I mean, we do have this situation here during the Corona crash where for a couple of weeks we were under this line, but then we recover at some point. So hopefully right now it's interesting to see, and we can see this with the BLX chart. Here we can see that all throughout the history of Bitcoin, that line being the last support for every big bear market that Bitcoin has survived. So it's interesting to see now if that's what's going to happen, if we will come here, retest, and maybe stay here where nothing happens for a couple of months and then eventually pick up from there, or if we do continue to go down, then of course $25,000 is the next level, and then nobody really knows or could predict more or less what happens. So we just have to wait and watch out and see what happens here. In any case, be very careful right now when investing, especially with leverage trading. I don't recommend it at all. And let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see what the market brings and how the news evolve. All right, thank you so much for watching. My name is Basti. Have a great day.